Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Heed Army podcast. Let's say what a week. Gateshead still carry on winning. We've got the FA Cup this weekend, and as I say, the lads put on a fantastic performance last weekend. It's all to talk about. The ladies as well. They're in FA Cup action. It truly is an FA Cup weekend for Gateshead. Spennymoor at home to Spennymoor. Gateshead FC ladies are at home to Spennymoor ladies on Sunday. We'll be talking about that a bit more with Mickey. And also as well, we have Macaulay Langstaff joining us as well at about 9:10. We're looking forward to speaking to him. Should be very good. And unfortunately, one of our guests that we had lined up, Eddy Hope, he can't join us tonight, sadly. But we hope that someday we may be able to get him on in the future. But please do check out his video he has posted in the Gateshead FC Heed Army Facebook page about his match day experience. So yeah, but as I say, fully interactive show as ever. Please do share while we're on air here. We've got lots of messages coming in. We'll get them on very shortly. But Mickey, you were there on Saturday. I was at a family wedding. How was it?
Easily. I mean, it's been impressive performances, but that was by far our best so far.
Yeah.
From the word go, it just got about them. I mean, don't get us wrong, Gloucester had a few chances themselves, but wow, we just pressed them all over the park. We won the ball back. We got the goals. I mean, we're 3-0 and it's completely flattered Gloucester.
Yeah, I mean, I was following it via Twitter and pulling my phone out sneakily at the wedding, as you do, and it was as I say, there's nothing but good things I could see on my Twitter feed. So and the Robbie Tinkler goal, wow. I mean, we'll be playing that a little bit later on, but Robbie Tinkler,
what a strike! What a strike! Great technique.
Just as well I wasn't doing a commentary. I think Wales out at sea would have heard me squeals on that one. It was an absolute beauty. If you are new to the Heed Army podcast, you just joined us for the first time, it is fully interactive. You can message us like this, and you just message on the video, whatever platform you are looking on. Craig Hilton's, but even lads, hope you're well. Well, still got a bit of a cough. Hopefully, keep it back. Mason Ford, evening gents. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got Gamer Lad 123. Hello lads, thank you. And Mr. Luke, he's put, evening gents. Looks like we cannot stop winning in the league FA Cup, so it's looking good. Well, let's just keep it going as is. There's lots more messages coming in. Please do keep them coming in. It's absolutely fantastic. Just before we carry on, let's play a quick thank you to our sponsors, just a little advert, and say when we come back, we'll get right into it. Yes, as ever, we always say thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, because without their continued support, we wouldn't bring you the podcast in the way we do. And they've sponsored us 10 years now, and we are just ever thankful for their help in helping us spread the word of Gateshead Football Club. We've got more messages, lots of messages coming in here. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone that's in them. Even lads, another brilliant performance on Saturday. It certainly was. Charles Waff, hi lads. We've got Mickey Scully. Once we settled into the game, we were completely blew Gloucester away, and that's
true as well, Scott.
And we've got another one here, Geordie's Y Fronts. That's a belter name. Matty Jacobs was like an extra winger at times, class. Yes, he's really settled into that wing back role and looks absolutely rock solid going forwards and backwards. Just before we go a little bit more in depth, remember, send your messages about the games, anything that's going on. And this was the goals from Saturday. well, some fantastic goals there. And I mean, just for I think it's the third one there, the press and play like we've done all season from pre-season, carried it on into the league games, is just paying dividends. We're creating good chances like we did with the Tinkler goal, but we're also, hounding the other teams and, making them have mistakes and then getting chances on the end of that.
It was done it all game, Davey. Like I say, 3-0 flat at them. It could have been much more. I mean, the three lads who, in my opinion, were the standout. I mean, the whole team played well. Don't get us wrong, but Tings got man of the match, and you could have easily give it to Greg Ollie, Ked, Matty Jacobs. You could have given it to any of them.
Yeah.
But for me, them three. I mean, since Greg Ollie's got the captain's armband, he's putting captain's performances in, and you got with guests coming in, Macaulay banging the goals away, Ked's banging goals in, and if the other lads can chip in with goals, and I mean even the crazy cat man got it. He's our first goal on Saturday, Adam Campbell.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can go on from strength to strength as well.
Certainly can't. I
don't want to get above myself, but it's quite exciting.
It is. If we play it like we do, then them strengths, and then we've got a chance in the games we go into, and you've just got to take it like that. And if we play to our strengths, we're going to get something out of the game. Gordon Manning's put even lads hope how are you doing all right. Could do without this cough. And Skirfield, our man in Bolton, he's put good evening lads, good start of the season, crowds increasing. FA Cup run, hopefully. Yeah, seen the crowd was up there from the FA Cup game the week previous, and in the background of that highlight video there, in good noise as well. And Mr. Luke, did you receive my tweet by any chance? I certainly did. Don't worry, I've got it lined up, Mr. Luke. Don't worry, I've got you looked after. We look after you on the Heat Army podcast. Mason Ford's, but what's your thoughts on their gaffer getting the sack after the game? I mean, there couldn't have been past Leeds when they did that. So I bet that was a comfortable bus ride home.
Well, during the game, Dave, I was shouting, Groves, you're going to get the sack. No one's listening to you. Blah, blah, blah.
So it's your fault?
No, well, the bench were looking up to see which idiot was shouting from the crowd. And I was just getting in the head, and you could tell they were looking at where as well. It kept stopping and looking up to see who was shouting. So I must have got in the heads. Unfortunately, the Gloucester directors heard us.
Well,
I don't take any.
Unless it happened straight after the game, and the manager was a mutual thing where they went, yeah, right, it's not working, we're going to leave. Unless that was the situation, I think it was a very harsh way to sack them, unless it was pre-talked about. But I thought, really, why not wait till 10 o'clock next morning? That would have been the decent thing to do.
I mean, the Gloucester fans wanted rid of him anyway.
Yeah, well,
but I don't take any joy in the lad getting the sack. I was just shouting, getting his head, and I'm sorry the guy's got the sack.
Yeah, well, we've got a few more messages here. We've got Macaulay waiting in the wings. I'll quickly go through these messages. David Tron, even lads, hope you're both okay. And Charles was put. I said sorry to Tinks, I missed your goal. Like their keeper, didn't see that one coming. And well, I've got another message here from Mick Scully. I've been very impressed with Owen Bailey. He's not going to get many headlines, but he hasn't done anything flash, but he just keeps things ticking over in midfield, and he's been a cracking signing so far. I think there's more to come from Owen Bailey.
Yeah, I think there is as well.
And well,
totally agree, Mick.
Now, I made a new advert today. Mickey's already seen this. I'll play it before we bring Macaulay in. So this is our new advert, and I'll say it up front. Sorry, Paul Blackett.
Hello everybody, you might remember me. I'm that ball that Paul Blackett kicked down the Tyne. But look, don't worry, I found a new home, it's lovely. But please like and subscribe to the Heed Army podcast. Don't worry, Paul, I still love you.
There you go. Macaulay, welcome to the Heed Army podcast. Don't worry, if you miss a penalty, I'll not make any videos like that.
You will.
How are you doing, Macaulay?
I'm not too bad. How yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. I say a belated welcome back to the club. So we haven't really been able to speak to you, over the last 18 months. But I say this season you must be absolutely over the moon with the way things have started for yourself.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I think it's been going really well. Not just personally, but as a team. I think obviously you want to do well personally, but I think when you're winning games, it makes that bit sweeter as well.
Yeah, and as I say, we spoke a little bit earlier on that the way the team's playing, we play as a unit, we fight for the ball and close down. And you see, you've scored a few goals on the back of that hard work from the lads behind you and from your forward players up there with you. It must be very satisfying when, as I say, you're working as a team, working as a unit, and you're getting them goals on the back of it.
Yeah, Mike and Buster are massive on that. That high intensity, that high energy, pressing from the front. I think the front lads have done that brilliantly all season, and the lads behind us have just backed that up. And we just want to win the ball back as many times as we can, and just play that front foot football.
Yeah, and well, we've got some messages from listeners in at the moment. Listen forward, but question for Mac. What was the decision on jumping from the Northern League with Billingham to full-time football with Gateshead and York?
I think it was a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest. I was playing for Billingham Symphony in Northern League, really enjoying it. But I think when I had the chance to go to Gateshead, a full-time club, jump up, I think it was 4 levels at the time. It was a no-brainer. It's full-time football. You want to play at the highest level possible. And I just wanted that opportunity to go and express myself and play at the highest level. And I thought it was it took me a while to get used to, but I think after a year or two, I really got comfortable playing at that level.
And I mean, since you've come back from York, you seem like you've learned a lot more as well. Because after, don't want to say that you weren't a rough diamond, but you could see the potential was there. But you've worked hard, got your head down, and now you're just starting to find that space with ease.
Yeah, I think Mike and Buster's way of playing is really unique. I think it does take a while to take used to it, but I think once you're used to that, you reap the rewards. I think I've improved a lot since signing back from York. It took me the best part of a year to get used to the way he wanted me to play. But I feel like I'm getting comfortable with the way he wants me to play now, and I'm getting used to it, and I'm learning more and more every day. I think, all that is just clicked together.
Yeah, we've got a few more messages as well. They're flying in for you at the minute. Michael Scully's put, Macaulay, you've been predominantly used on the wing in previous seasons. Did you expect to get so much time through the middle after Kedwin and Adam were signed?
Probably not. No, I think going to the season, if you asked me, I would have said my favourite position, in a position that I'm probably more likely to play, is off the left. But I think it was the first game. I was used as a number 9, and to be honest, if you ask me now, I prefer playing centrally. I've really enjoyed it. I think with the players we've got, it really suits my game as well when I'm playing there. So I haven't really got a preference in terms of I just want to be on the pitch. But if I pick one now, it probably would be number 9.
Yeah, we've got another one. Mr. Luke is put, Macaulay Langstaff, you're on fire, mate. That's all I can say. And tell you want us back in the National League. And Mr. Luke has actually sent in a picture that he's made today that he wants us to put on. So I'll quickly grab that and put it up on the screen. There we go.
It's a bad picture.
Spent ages on his hair.
I just finished training.
Yeah.
I'm going to see a note about hair.
I'll let Mickey ask some questions.
That's all I was going to... First of all, I've got to apologise to you, because when you went to York, I was really disappointed. And when we're saying you again, I thought what we're saying them for. Last season, you proved me wrong. And this season, you've rammed the words right down my throat. And there couldn't be a man happier to apologise to you. And that's the truth. So thank you very much for that. because I was totally knocked when you went to York, mate, because you was just starting to get the better of you. And I thought, "Argh!"
Yeah.
But, firstly, the one question: where the hell are you? Are you in a college or something?
No, I hope.
Are you?
Just got
Looks like a classroom. He must live in Wynyard Hall.
Yeah.
I don't definitely don't.
That definitely looks like a 75-inch telly in the background. Like,
No idea.
every man knows his interest on his telly.
No, all I want to ask is, how hard was it to get used to? You've already touched on it a bit, but when you come into pre-season and Mike and Busted tell you what they were going to do, how long did it really take us all to really grasp what they wanted you to do?
Obviously, there's a few lads there already that have been there for a while, so I think they were quite comfortable with the way they want to play. If I'm being totally honest with myself, I reckon, you know, even when the season got curtailed, I was still a bit. It took me a bit of getting used to it. Still, I think I didn't really get used to it until probably coming back before pre-season. You know, I'll always work hard. I'll always do my best for the team. I'll always put 100% effort in. But it's just such a unique way of playing, not just physically, but tactically as well. There's so much to take on board. You know, constantly bringing new things every single day. So I'm going to be honest. It did take me a while to get used to, I think. But once you start getting used to that, you just improve so much as a player. Yeah, it's so good every day in training with me, and I feel like I'm improving every single day. So I think I'm used to it now. But
so is it just like a natural progression?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think everything takes time. I probably, if you ask the other lads, they'll probably say exactly the same thing. You know, it took them a while to get used to. But you can see the rewards on the pitch now. You know, the way we're playing at the moment. It's been brilliant.
I mean,
What's been your favourite goal? The ones you the 7. Or the ones you've scored so far?
I reckon my best goal is probably one against Guiseley, the second one. That was my best goal, but my favourite goal was probably Southport. I think I know it was a little deflection, but last minute, I haven't been 3-1 down to score in the 94th minute and to nick a point. I think that's probably my favourite goal. You know, they're the ones that stay with you for longer.
Yeah, definitely. And just to touch on what Mickey was saying there about obviously the way of playing, does it make it a bit easier when you've got like-minded players that are putting in the work as well? You know, up there with you, and of course the midfield behind you as well. You know, everyone's putting in a shift. But does it make it just that little bit more easier to do your job when you know you've got people around you doing exactly the same?
100%. You know, I think if you look at, obviously we play a front three. If you look at all the front three that are on the pitch, they all play exactly the same, high energy. You know, winning the ball back, going forward, and the lads behind us, you know, like Greg and Wally, the energy that they have and winning the ball back. You're going at the pitch knowing that everyone has got the same objective, everyone's got the same role, you know, and want to play in a certain way. And it's a really enjoyable way of playing, not just off the ball, but on the ball as well. You know, we play out from the back, and we create so many chances. And as a forward, that's a forward stream.
Yeah, we've got another question. Sorry. Go on. No, go on.
I was going to say, it seems like there's a really, really good spirit in the camp.
Yeah, 100%. I think I was saying earlier, to someone that this is the best dressing room I've ever played in. I think that's so important. You know, people look at like the players on the pitch, and obviously that is important to a certain extent. But I feel like when you've got a dressing room that we've got and the togetherness we've got and how close we all are, that goes a long way on the pitch.
Yeah,
he's all been out on the lash yet.
A couple of times, yeah. Team bonding.
Good man.
Team bonding. I mean, are you not on Instagram? They love the stack, these lads.
Oh, they never would have stack, are they not?
Oh, nah.
Well, do Instagram.
It's obviously these lads are fit and professional. Mason Ford has got one final question. Do you feel your second spell is much better than your first with a loan at a certain team in the Northumberland coastline? Once you first got signed against. So I think basically what he's saying is, do you think the loan benefited you that you had when you were away at York?
I've had a few loans. I think loans are always important, you know, to just get out your comfort zone a little bit, go and experience something else. I think, you know, I had a couple of loans to Blythe, which I enjoyed. I had a loan to Bradford Park Avenue, which I really enjoyed. So I think they're always important.
Yeah, and John Laverick has put last minute Southport on the pitch. What a day for the Heed Army. Yeah, some good celebrations. And also, I see the cameraman got quite excited on that one as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And, also, I've got to apologise for the Skills and Bills pun on one of your goals.
I didn't see you messaging me about that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, nah, what have I done?
Well, I'm going to get T-shirts printed.
Have you been eating Wardy's Magic Donuts this season? The lads are on fire. Big. By the way, before we go for the happy birthday to Dan Ward as well, the lad who loves a montage.
To be fair, obviously it was his birthday today, so obviously traditionally the lads bring in donuts and cake or whatever on their birthday, and he brought it in. It was the worst selection I've ever seen, by the way. It was horrendous. Oh. So
you ungrateful sod.
I know. I don't know what it was. Bad selection.
He wanted to just take into the stack.
Yeah. We've got a message from Lewis Wilkinson. Thought you played really well on Saturday. Do you think you're flourishing alongside Blackett, Scott and Campbell up top?
Yeah, like I said before, all four forwards are exactly the same in the way we play, and I think whatever three is out there, it's really attack minded. It's really threatening, I think. And yeah, whether I'm playing with, I don't really care, because I know for a fact that they're going to work hard. Everyone's going to work as a team, and they're going to create plenty of chances.
They certainly are. And just looking forward to Saturday, of course, the FA Cup. It's always a magic time of year for teams at this level. Obviously confidence is high, but it's one of them games that you've got to respect the away team, because they're in a similar vein of form to ourselves, a couple of divisions below, but they say that we're the ones with the targets on our back going into this game.
100%, it's a massive game for any club at this level, and them especially, it'll be like a cup final then, with all due respect. But they've had a couple of good results, and I know they beat Bamber Bridge in the last round, just doing the playoffs in the league below. So winning or losing, it's going to be a really tough game. So we've got to go there we kind of score there and think we're going to walk all over them because we're 2 divisions higher. We've got to go there and be professional and get the job done, because it's a massive game for the club. We'd love a cup run, reach the first round proper and draw some big teams. So we've got to go there and do a good job on Saturday.
No, Mark, what we've got to do is get to the first round, draw the lowest ranked team all the way until we get to the third round, and then we'll draw Man United away.
Yeah.
That's Middlesbrough away. Middlesbrough.
And that would make some money, man.
I know, but that's how we'll get to the fourth round, Middlesbrough away. Lads, great to see the scoring from Macaulay. Them 2 goals against Kidderminster away were excellent finishes. I mean, obviously every goal scorer and forward wants to, get off the mark, but how satisfied are you with 7 goals so far this season and creating goals as well?
Yeah, obviously, at the start of the season, I would have snapped your hand off for 7 goals in 8 games, but even go back to Saturday, I didn't get in the score sheet Saturday. I was involved in a couple of the goals, and when we're winning, obviously you want to score as a striker. We're all selfish, you want to score goals, but if we're winning 3-0, I'm just as happy setting goals up there I'm scoring. So.
And goals must look as big as blocks of flats when your confidence is going like yours.
Saturday than ever, Jesus.
Well, there was one shot could have cleared the block of flats, but that's one for the season, mate.
John Laverick's put see it run corner hat trick will do. No pressure there. Colin Scott, who are you finding the travelling?
What in terms of the travelling in the league?
To away games, how are you finding travel to away games? Or how do you find the travel? Oh, sorry, I don't know if it's a question to you or a question about how you get how would away travel to games. But either way,
how do you find travelling to the away games?
No, it's all right. There's only a few really far ones. I think it's fine. We've got a good bus. We've got a good group of lads. A good bit of banter on the bus, so I don't mind it. Whose feet was Owen Bailey massaging? Yeah, that was mine. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I knew it was a good spirit, but I didn't think it was that close.
Good lad, Bales.
Yeah, I think I'll get on the bus.
Only when I played well. When he went upstairs, he'll do that.
We have fish in a fish tank before long.
I know he gets doing it from the massages from Owen Bailey. I'm sensing that coming on here.
Wait, does he fill your bath and all?
Yeah, he would ask him to.
Yeah, well, we've got one last question here, and it's about your cap. But a bizarre question: what brand is your cap number 4?
It's not a 4 to Y. I get a lot of people saying to 4. It's Yelir World. I don't know if you can spell that, but it's YELIR World. So if you want to get yourselves on that.
There we go. Well, say Mickey, if you want to upgrade that cap and get yourself.
I'm quite happy with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thank you very much. I probably couldn't afford his. I've seen his house. You see the size of his house? That cap's probably worth more than my house.
Macaulay, thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, and say it's been a joy to watch you this season. And I just wish you all the best of luck for the rest of the season as well.
Cheers, appreciate that. Thank you.
Good luck on Saturday, bud. Don't underestimate them, unless I'll kick his out of the backside when you come back.
Right, we definitely won't now.
Best of luck, mate, and thanks for coming on.
No, take care, lads. See you later. Bye.
And there we go, Macaulay Langstaff. Absolutely fantastic to have him on there. Lots of questions. A massive thank you to everyone that's sending messages. We've had loads today. Just kind of thank yous enough. Well, we've got a lot of people watching. This is how you should like and subscribe to the show. Please do, because we want to reach more people on a match day. Well, after a match day, talking about the games.
Hello, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe and share the show.
Now, last week we had Mark Crovers join us at the last minute, and I was asked to cover the commentary of the If You Share Care game on Monday night against Northumbria Police, and what a goal glut it was. It was 6-4 it ended, and Mark Crovers didn't get on the scoreline, but he did come on as a cameo at the end, and I tell you what, his first touch was just an absolute peach. And Josh James, the media manager at Heaven, did send us a little snippet of our commentary on the highlights. So this is Mark Crovers coming on, and he come on late, but he had enough time to put an impact on the game, a good cross and a good head down, a creative marvel, some people would say. We nicknamed him the Wall's End Gascoigne, and have a little look for yourself.
Oh, and here we go. This is the magic moment we've all been waiting for. We've got two players ready to come on.
Mark the Magic Carruthers is making himself ready.
Oh, I'm expecting magic here, pure gold. Well, it's going to be a double substitution here for If You Care Share. And we await the arrival. The man, the myth, the legend, Mark Carruthers.
A lot of pressure on Mark here, because obviously we're 3 goals ahead. If it all goes south, there's got to be a lot of criticism on this man's shoulders.
Well, I can't wait for the Heat Army podcast on 9 o'clock on Thursday night. If we can get the highlights before then, we'll have him on as Weaver, who I would say is probably a candidate for man of the match today. He's done very well, comes off. And Mark Carruthers, oh, look at that, he's going up top as well. Look at this.
And who would, I mean, as a professional footballer, nowadays, who would you compare Mark Carruthers to?
Oh, that's
maybe someone playing in the Premier League at the minute. Anyone in particular?
I'm not too sure, but he's holding his line there. Look, he's got some good positioning.
He has as well.
Well, having this been the first time I've seen him actually touch the ball, here we go. Oh, look at that! Beautiful cross into the box, and his first touch creating a golden chance inside. If he looks up, he's got teammate there, and Quinn goes across to Carruthers. Can he bring the ball down? Nods it down there. That was some cultured stuff from the left winger. And, well, he's showed some touches, hasn't he, out there?
He has. So I mean, his first touch is very, very good at the minute. And, he's had a good game since he came on, actually.
He has, as you say.
Well, there you go.
If You Care shares Milton Nunes.
Being funny, that was a good cross. That was his first touch. So he come on late on, and there's always a cynic, isn't there? Does that mean they lost 1-0 since Mark come on the pitch? That they might have done. The Gloucester team hoped the bus. Hopped off the bus at Scotch Corner. Yeah, they probably would have had to have after being finished on the way back. And we've got a good win for the ladies at the weekend. Yes, we'll be talking about that very, very short. So yeah, if you're just joining us, please do like and subscribe as it's got above here, and say help us share, get the things. We're nearly at 100 subscribers on YouTube. Woohoo! I don't know what that'll do if we get to 100, but it's, you know, we're getting to 3 digits there. It'll be good, and hopefully we can get more people involved. But if you want to send in your messages, got any predictions for Saturday? If there's any travel arrangements, if the Gated Soul Travel would like to send us a message, we'll put up if there's what the prices are and if there's any seats left. If you want to go down to Runcorn, I haven't been to the current ground. I went about 20 years ago, the game at the last ever game at their old ground. I think that the team has been reformed since then, I think, or merged.
I think it went down and been in the lower leagues and come back up. It's not at Canal Street, obviously, anymore. So,
but if you want to go down there and see if you've got any predictions, send in your messages. We've got lots of messages coming in. Can't thank everybody enough. It's been absolutely fantastic. Right, so that is how we're doing it. We've just had a message as well from Sean Leonard, who is a Gated fan in Switzerland. He's a chef out there. I think he trains people to be one of these Michelin star chefs. So we're going to have him on. He said he can come on after the 11th of October. He's on holiday next week. So there's another guest to be lined up to find out how a chef in Switzerland is a Gated fan. So we'll be speaking to him, find out if he's an expat or not. That should be very good. Also, as well, I've had word that Arvid is coming over from Norway for the first time in a few years due to the COVID pandemic, of course. So Arvid the Viking will be back, I think, for the game on the weekend of the 15th, I think it is.
The Boston game.
I think it is, yeah. So hopefully we'll get Arvid on. We'll meet up with him, have a pint and an interview. And that should be good to have a chat with him. But Mickey, ladies, they have an FA Cup game this weekend, but last weekend they had a game, and I'm presuming you were there.
Concert, tough game. I felt sorry for one of the concert lasses. She was being out for about 10 months, and she was in the warm-up, just slid on the ball and done her ankle in again.
Oh.
But she refused to go to the hospital because she was going to Lanzarote.
Your priorities, right?
To get a cast on.
If there's anything you should do, is get on a plane at high pressure with a really bad ankle. It's a recipe for a good thing. That.
So I hope she got away. But the game was a good game. Last couple of games have been good tests for the lasses. We won 5-2. Jade got a couple, Monty got a couple, and Livy got the fifth or the fourth. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I'm hoping
they played well again. And they played really well again, and Simon's got them going well.
Certainly has. He's carried on the good work of last season. I was hoping to get Simon on, but I was ill the other week, and we were going to meet up to have an interview. You prefer to have a pre-record than come on live because they do training on a Thursday night. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get an interview with Simon on because they are doing really well. And as I say, they've got the big game on. One second, big news here before we go any further. I haven't even told Mickey this. What's your thoughts on the Gary Mills talking? That should be fantastic at the Holly Hill Club. You may have seen that Gary Mills has been on a number of podcasts, York, Wrexham. We have been in contact with Wrexham, and Gary has agreed to come on the Heed Army podcast. We've got his email address. We're going to email him and sort out a time to have him on. Don't know whether it'll be live or not, but it'll probably be next week on or onwards after that. So we will have Gary Mills coming on the Heed Army podcast, which should be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to the Gary Mills do myself as well.
Yeah,
so I'm really looking forward to it. And if you're there, Mason, I'll see you there, mate.
We'll get an advert up for that, Brock. Just 1 second. Let me just get because Fearless in Devotion, the Wrexham fanzine podcast, we had them on I think about 5 years ago, and they tagged us in their podcast that they did with them, and then I spoke to them, and they said they'd reach out to Gary for us to get him on, and he's replied, and he said, you know, like that he'd be happy to come on, so it'd be great. So we'll
fantastic. The gaffer on.
Fantastic. I'll email him in the morning, and hopefully we can arrange a date. What's best for him, and that should be a real shot in the arm. We got to do a little interview with him many years ago before we went to Wembley, but it was a hastily arranged one, so it was only like a 5-minute interview. But it'd be lovely to chat to the man that got to take us to Wembley, an absolute hero, and that will be a lovely thing to get finally on the Heed Army podcast, because he's one of the people that always wanted on, wasn't he, Mickey?
Oh. I heard the Fearless and Devotion podcast. I listened to it, and you could tell it hurt him, Wrexham. And to have him here on this podcast talking about his time at Gateshead, I think it's just going to be a celebration of what he done here.
Yeah, I think
absolutely. I still adore the man as a football manager. I admire him as a person. I've got a lot of respect for Gary.
Yeah,
and if we can get him live on the podcast, that would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, we will endeavour to do that. If it's a pre-record, we'll put a question up for when when people can send in their questions, and hopefully we'll get him on. And
we're talking about the lasses against Spennymoor.
Yeah, just one thing about there. We'll get back to that. I'm looking forward to going to the talk in here, Gary, about his playing days of Forest and management, especially with us. Yeah, it should be an absolutely fantastic one. But yeah, back to the game against Spennymoor. It's going to be a very tough game. But the ladies are the flying high in confidence at the moment, and whatever the outcome of this game. Sorry, 1 second. they can hold their heads up very high. This is their first time in the FA Cup, and they've progressed, and if they were to go out, there's no shame here, but I'm sure Simon will be wanting to progress in the competition, as will the girls.
Yeah, they're a good side. They're top of the league above. We did have one of the lasses on trial in the summer, which went and signed for Spennymoor, and she was a really good player. But I have every faith in the lasses. Yeah. We've got some good players there, and why not? Shocks happening in the FA Cup, whether it's the women's or the men's.
Do you know when because I haven't had a proper look at the women's FA Cup. Do you know what round the the Premier League and second division ladies? I
haven't looked myself, David. I was just trying to see what we're getting out for our goal.
Yeah, definitely. But very interesting to find out what level they come in, what rounds. But as I say, it should be fantastic, and if the girls can get themselves another, into the next round, it's just an absolute marvelous achievement, and it'll
be absolutely phenomenal result for them. And while we're on, I mean, it's I can't go on the podcast without saying this. It's Jamie and Dion's engagement party tomorrow, and I wish them the best of luck.
Oh, well,
congratulations to the two of you.
Yeah, lovely girl, Dion. We've had her on. I know we did have a request off air from one of the viewers to have the Under the Covers edition of the Heed Army podcast with Dion and Jamie. We haven't reached out to do that.
I mean, I can arrange it, because I speak to Jamie and Kieran all the time. I'm at the match, and
it was probably
one guy who Libby Westard's been listening to it. Davey West, he's been listening to the podcast while he's driving around. So thanks, Davey.
Well, sorry, I think I didn't put the last edition up on to listen to on the normal on the old format, but I will get it up for wherever you listen to podcasts, and this one.
I think you just listen to it off YouTube, to be honest.
So thankfully, he listens in, and hopefully we'll get a few of the players on as well, some of the ladies, and give them their dues as well, because I know it's we've had a lot of the first team players on and staff. We still want to be covering the ladies team as well in depth, and hopefully if they get some highlights up as well in coming games, we'll put them out and show the goals and the way they're progressing, which is absolutely fantastic. But
just a shame we couldn't play in the stadium, Dave. But obviously,
if they get a big game, hopefully it can be sorted. But as I say, if you are just joining us, we did have Macaulay Langstaff on with us earlier on. It was a lovely conversation. We were going to have Newcastle vlogger Eddy Hope joining us. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to come on, and so we wish him all the best with his content. He put a great video up about his match experience, got some interviews with a lot of people, and even Gloucester fans at the stadium, and so fully enjoyed his day. And I did notice there was another NUFC vlogger that did a vlog on the match day experience at Gateshead. So hopefully we can reach out to them and find out, you know, how they feel.
With them, Davey.
Yeah, coming along. So it is good. And right, what do you think of the special guests along with Gary?
I don't know who it is.
I would imagine maybe Darren Caskey or Graham Wood. Who knows?
Maybe Graham Wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's unless it's one of his ex-players.
Yeah,
I'd be very surprised if it's not like Philly Turnbull's there.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be a great occasion to get along. I need to get my ticket because you do get a book with the ticket as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's £25, but you get Gary Mills' book with it, and it's £17.95 for the book alone.
Yeah, well, that's good. So good value.
It's only £8.
It certainly is. Well, if anyone wants to send in messages, please do it now. As I say, we're a guest down so far, so we're probably missing about 15-20 minutes of content because he pulled out about 10-15 minutes before the show. So as I say, we might wrap it up a little bit early, but as I say, any other content apart from a happy birthday to Dan Ward again. He was just say a lovely lad. He's been on the podcast a couple of times. He's
the young'uns, of course, went out to Blythe on penalties last night.
Yeah,
the academy lads, unlucky lads.
But I mean, they've took it to the limit there, and penalties. It's the lottery, we all know, and you know that's. I'm not going to wish Blythe kids all the best in the next round. I hope you go out miserably. I'm joking.
No, like being bitter.
I'm not joking. Yeah, no. So just looking a little bit further forward. Sorry, are the phone lines open? They're not today. We're not doing the phone lines. Sorry, 1 second. We've got this. Tenerife Jage should have attended the concert, ladies, as physio. Probably gave her free holiday to Tenerife. There we go. That's Norris has already got the flights to Lanzarote. Yeah, but as I say, if any other content anyone wants to send, any topics, this is the time to send in. You want to be part of the show, this is your show. Please like, share, subscribe on all of the platforms that we're on, and say we can hopefully reach more people. Say there's more people coming on a match day. We're hitting towards that 900 mark, and we'd love to have 900 of you watching and interacting. It would be amazing. And
we'll not be able to queue up the chat facility.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to cope with the chat facility, but even still, as I say, that it's always good to go off air with messages you haven't read, you know, because it proves that you've got a busy show. But yeah, as I say, it's predictions for this weekend. Mickey, what are you going to go with?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person, yeah. I'll go 2-1 to Gateshead.
Yeah, I think 3-1. 3-1. I think it'll be a hard fought game. I think that's what it'll be. I think we'll have to break down run.
We're like in cup ties, David.
I know. We've got Mason. Lewis Story looked like a wounded soldier on Saturday.
Rob C.
Yeah. I said
Rob C.
I said that the other week. Mr. Lucas went 4-1 prediction on Saturday. That would be nice. It'd be nice. You know, but I mean, I know we've had a few high scoring games and winning games by a few goals. Doesn't always last that, but if we can continue and just, you know, getting in front, doesn't matter if it's by 1 or 2 goals, 3 points or the victory is all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get it, but it's always nice to have a little bit of eye candy on the eye when you're doing it, and that's what Gateshead's doing at the minute.
It's one of them. I mean, I wish I was going, but I'm at a gig. I wish I was going to the game, but
it's one I would like to went to, but I have to say, my wife's at a hen party, so what can you do? And see,
well, that's what she told you.
I can't wish that the bride, you know, doesn't get married and they just call the hen party off, can I? Just to go to Runcorn, but what can wish?
That would be.
I'm sure they don't.
I just caught what you said there.
Mick Scully's put, looks like last season the big guns didn't come into the women's game until the 4th round proper, so we've got over 5 games left to get through. Right, yeah, because obviously the GFC ladies, they're only at the 2nd level from the bottom, from where they started, so it makes sense that there's quite a few games to go from here. But it would be nice to get a little run in there. Are Hunter and Forbes fit for Saturday? I think they're back in training. I think they will not be in there. And
I think he said for next week, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've got Colin Scott. What exactly happened with the team sheet debacle that nearly got us kicked out of the cup?
If I knew that answer, I would tell you.
I got the team sheet for the commentary, and I read out. I didn't know that Blackett wasn't on the team sheet. The only thing I can put down that they got the fine for is that the team sheet wasn't amended. I believe the referee was probably informed. That's probably why we weren't thrown out. I think it's probably a little bit of sour grapes and clutching at straws from Bradford, because the team sheet that was handed out clearly stated that it wasn't Ryan Womble on the bench, it was Paul Blackett, and I would imagine that is probably the top and bottom of it. I've seen teams go out for it, but I would imagine the referee's report is probably something that kept us in the right on that one.
I think people get kicked out the FA Cup day because the player's not eligible. Everyone we had on the bench was eligible.
Yeah, but I can. That's just my.
That wasn't right.
But it's my guess. I would imagine the referee was informed prior to the game kicking off. We've got, Mr. Luke has put some of the Runcorn United fans are really nice to me on Twitter. Well, that's nice. Also, I've been to so much gated matches that Forbes basically knows me. Well, that's good. He knows me, and all he knows, he walks the other way when he sees us. So yeah, it's. I think we'll probably wrap it up there. We've done 50 minutes. It's been a good show, but yeah, it's.
Be nice to have the right card back. I tell you.
Yeah, to say it'd be nice to have a lot more fit up
and Danny and Luke.
Give the manager more headaches. That's what we want. And as I say, and hopefully the team can keep on the way they are. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, if we find out when we'll have the Gary Mills interview or live podcast, we'll advertise that when we hear back from him. We'll email him in the morning.
Live, Dave.
Yeah, we'll email him in the morning. Hopefully that should be a great show. And we'll be lining up more guests as well. Hopefully get some GFC ladies players on. Please do share the show. It is very important. We don't make money from this. We do it for kindness of our heart. It costs us money to do it. We just want to reach more gated fans to talk.
Do it for the love of the club.
Yeah, we just want to get more fans talking. Have a laugh if we can. And, this is what we want. We want more people from Tyneside coming along, or if you're from around the world and you've become a gated fan, you're more than welcome to join us as well. So please do share it. Mickey, it's been a pleasure as always. So we've had a bit of a laugh. Big thank you to Macaulay Langstaff for coming on, and a massive thank you to everyone that sent in messages today. It's been a very busy show, and say apologies we're ending a little bit early, but we had a guest drop out, and we hope Eddie is all right, and we'll see him hopefully in the future, and we'll see
more games.
Yeah, definitely. And remember, drag a friend along to the next home game and show them what gated are all about. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.